Good morning. We'll open the meeting with a moment of silence followed by the pledge. Thank you. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Is there any public comment on agenda items? Seeing none. Corrections to the duplicate. Deb?
We don't have any additions,
Oh,
we have subtractions, $2,696,230.
are there any questions? Is there a motion to accept?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Deborah. Next order, amend motion 2024-2043 dated 8/7/24 to replace attachment C to show corrected rate and added to the current contract. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Old business, approval of the minutes of the 9/4/24 Commissioners meeting. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Excellent. All in favor, aye. Aye. Award janitorial service bid for MDJ office to Jan Pro of NEPA for amount of $44,590. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Proclamations and certificates, there are none. New business. We have personnel A and B and electronic transfers, transactions A through C. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Travel authorization. Approve, ratify request to report to Children and Youth Conservation Districts, Human Resources, Public Defender, Treasurer, and Vector Control.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Nice to see Ms. Lippincott is not on that list of travel this time. Area Agency on Aging, approve the contract amendment for the following contracts for the period of 7/1/24 through 6/30/25. ConnectAmerica.com, LLC for personal emergency response in the amount of $20 for standard landline, $25 for cellular monthly, and $30 for mobile GPS, and $5 for fall detection. And Amazing Souls Home Care, LLC, for personal care and home support services in the amount of $19.85 per hour. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Assessment. Execute a GIS Custom Development Service Agreement with Geograph IT /EBA Engineering for the period of September 1/24 through August 31st of 25 for the amount of $60,500. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Carbon Monroe Pike Drug and Alcohol. Approve professional services to drug and alcohol case management and assessment services at MCCF for the period of September 1/24 through December 13th, 24, a rate of $6,700. What is that?
It should be $6,786.50, and that's my fault because Cindy wasn't here.
Yeah, we're not letting Cindy go on vacation for the rest of the year. To be paid from the opioid settlement funds. Their motion.
So moved.
Second.
This is to provide true alcohol and drug services at the correctional facility. What we're doing is utilizing the license of Pike County to bring these people in. So I'd like to commend Jamie Drake and her people for moving forward on that. All in favor, did we do that? Aye, we did? No?
You had a motion second, yes.
And did we vote on it?
No.
No.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. See, I shouldn't say anything. Children and Youth Services. Execute purchase of service agreement for a period of July 1st, 24 through June 30th of 25 with the following. Bancroft, contract limit total $500,000 for a residency program. Clear Vision Residential Treatment Services for the contract limit of $125,000 for residential programming. Alternative Living Solutions contract limit total $150,000 for independent living. B, execute an adoption assistance agreement for LI. Approve the submittal of the fourth quarter 23-24 fiscal report. Approve child welfare education for leadership agreement with the University of Pittsburgh for LRC graduate level social work program as outlined in Title 6B, Part 1 of the Commonwealth Child and Family Service Plan. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Commissioners report, their office. Ratify the budget adjustment dated 6/30 of 24 for the amount of $26,326. 86% of that is for Children and Y for invoices for 6/30/24, and 14% of that, or $3,600, is for Frontier Infrastructures upgrades for OEM and agricultural extension. Approve the budget adjustment report dated September 13th, 2024, totaling $15,500. That $15,500 is a contribution to the Veterans Affairs for about $1,600. Courts, to purchase toner from the courts, we have to use a specific AOPC toner for $1,078. Pay invoices at court 43404 for $66. Emergency management for postage for $1,280. Planning for increased expense in water quality testing at $2,700. And the Sheriff's Drug Interdiction Program for new firearms is $8,666 for a total of $15,550 or $15,500. Execute a memorandum of understanding and agreement with Justin's House LLC to provide 77% request towards the purchase of a vehicle for transportation of opioid claimants, the amount of $60,155.58 to be paid through opioid settlement funds. Ratify the payment of $2,425.50 to Stroudsburg Borough for a permit to do our parking deck repairs. Approve the agreement with the Monroe County Transportation Authority for shuttle services during the parking deck repair project for amount of $550 per day for services estimated to be $30,800. Authorize the chief clerk to submit county clarification or certification of funds account to the PA Opioid Trust Administrator for 2024 distribution. Approve a proposal from E.F. Possinger & Sons in the amount of $13,395 for the demolition and removal of the outbuilding at Monroe County Correctional Facility, a lowest of 3 quotes. Approve the following vendors: Scientific Fire Analysis, LLC, the Public Defenders. Approve the use of Courthouse Square by Safe Monroe on October 17th for the annual candlelight visual. Authorize the chief clerk to advertise for the following items: correctional officer and deputy sheriff uniforms, fuel oil for various county facilities, inmate uniforms and supplies, janitorial supplies, office supplies and toner, propane for various county facilities, refuse hauling, a 3-year contract, sewage and sludge hauling services for the treatment plant, a 2-year contract, snow removal, and 2025 budget hearings. Is there a motion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Emergency management. Execute a partnership agreement with Monroe County Career and Technical Institute to enhance student education within Monroe County through joint initiatives, resource sharing, and educational programs. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Grants. Ratify approval for the Emergency Food Assistance Program, TFAP. Program Management Updated Agreement of 23-24 fiscal year, providing bonus commodities of TFAB when available. Acknowledge notification of the extension of the Hazardous Materials Emergency Preparedness Grant Agreement to March 30th of 25. Adopt a resolution authorizing submittal of an application to the Commonwealth Financing Agency for the replacement of items in the burn building at the Monroe County burn building in the amount of $70,000. Ratify the authorization of Jennifer Barclay, our fiscal director, to electronically sign the fiscal year 24 election integrity grant program contract in the amount of $588,504.63. Approve the 24-25 fiscal year budgets, Fund 850, Continuum of Care Rapid Rehousing, $220,587, TFAP, $92,190, ESG 2325 Part 2, $196,930, VOCA, $194,355, Emergency Food and Shelter Program of $2,371 for a total of $706,433. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. Industrial Development Authority, approve the bylaws revisions of Monroe County Industrial Development Authority, MCIDA, Pocono Mountains Industrial Park Authority, PMIPA, and the Pocono Mountain Industries, PMI. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. Capital outlay purchases. Approve capital purchases dated September 13th, 2024, totaling $1,090.95. You're asking, what does that get you? It gets the probation department a action target full standing clearing trap. So when they have to clear their guns, they have a place to do it in their offices.
I'll make a motion to approve that.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Any miscellaneous? Any public comment? Teresa?
Teresa Pesh. Today, my public statement is in regards to the last election board meeting. There were two questions that were unanswered. One was about the qualifications of electors once they moved, and there was a question about how many days they had to vote. It's kind of confusing the way it's stated, but people still have a right to vote after they've moved from a residence. So in Article 7 of elections, under Section 1, qualifications of electors. For Section 1, qualifications of electors, the third item is the old amendment stated that he or she, if a resident of Pennsylvania, vote in the election district from which he or she is removed from his residence within 60 days preceding the election. So, but that was amended. Apparently, Section 701, it was amended on July 3rd, 1974. So the full paragraph for qualified electors for paragraph 3 reads, he or she shall have resided in the election district where he or she shall offer to vote at least 30 days immediately preceding the election, except that if a qualified to vote in an election district prior to removal of residence, he or she may, if a resident of Pennsylvania, vote in the election district from which he or she removed his residence within 30 days. So that was one of the questions. So apparently the person has 30 days to still vote after they've already moved out of their residence. And the other question I could not find was about the constables, was the second about the constables being insured. And I just don't know, I don't know where that's written, that they're insured for election day. And I'd like to know if I can have that information. And then just on a side note is an article from the Federalist, Pennsylvania motor voter system will be audited for non-citizen voters, written by Beth Belge on September 16th, 2024. That's in regards to a right to know that was done by Heather Honey, where it apparently seems that in Pennsylvania, at least 628,234 non-citizens had a state driver's license or non-voter's license photo. And that's leading up to Pennsylvania Auditor General Timothy DeFore sent a letter Monday to PennDOT Secretary Michael Carroll and Neil Weaver, Secretary of the Governor's Office Administration, informing them that the Auditor's Office will be conducting a performance audit of motor voter registration process that was done between January 1st and June 30th. Unfortunately, the letter is not going to be sent to PennDOT until October 4th. And unfortunately, even more so, is that PennDOT has 120 days to submit a response to the audit. So we'll see how much that helps for the election that's coming up in November.
Thank you. Anybody else? Yeah,
Question.
please.
On item emergency management and the partnership with the MCTI, where can I learn more about that? I was just curious as it fell under emergency management and it says enhanced student education. I didn't know if that was adult education or,
It could be both. They
Okay.
have both programs, so.
so where is it more knowledge? I'm just curious as to what it means. 'Cause it's
This partnership will include, but not limited to, the following collaboration: training and education. Both parties will provide educational programs and training. Resource sharing. Both parties will share relative resources, including facilities and equipment, for the purpose of conducting emergency management training and exercises. Joint exercises. Both parties will participate in joint emergency drills and simulations to enhance preparedness and response capabilities of Monroe County. And community outreach, collaboration of public awareness campaigns and community outreach programs to educate Monroe County residents on disaster preparedness and response. They have a number of programs at MCTI that they would help. We do tabletops all the time, so what they'll probably do is bring them in, show them how we set up the tabletops and everything else. Okay? Anytime. Anything else from anybody? With that, is there a motion?
So moved.
We are adjourned. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming, everyone.